Good morning, everybody. Orange A here with another Sword of CONVALLARIA video, and today I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for a brand new player walking into Sword of CONVALLARIA. Now, these tips are aimed at a player who's coming from a game like Final Fantasy Tactics, Tactics Ogre, those old school RPGs, walking into Sword of CONVALLARIA wanting the best experience they can. These tips are geared to make your game experience more fun while also keeping your account progressing at a great pace. So let's dive in. Now, first tip, this is a little bit of an alternative tip. This is kind of one you're not going to see on other places. Hey, if you're playing this game on the Steam version, get yourself a controller. I really have enjoyed the controller support in this game. They've gone out of their way, the dev team has, to making this game where your controller isn't just something that's like emulating your mouse. So I like to kick back in my chair, put my feet up on something, have my controller, and experience the game in that way. You will be doing a lot of manual play in this game, and the controller support is plenty good. They've already talked about how they're going to enhance that for the future. So my first tip for somebody coming from like those old school RPGs is, if you're not playing this game on like a console or something like that, if you're playing on Steam, if you're playing on your phone, get yourself a controller. I think it enhances the game experience a lot. Okay. For the next tip, we're going to jump into game for a second, and I want to talk about two things. One, I want to talk about how this game does have an auto feature. If you see up here, the auto move button, you can click this and the game will start playing itself. However, as the game plays out, I'm going to click the speed up feature off, these characters will absolutely commit suicide. I'm going to turn it off right now so I can keep talking. In fact, I'm going to throw my face back on the screen for a second. Your characters will murder themselves in auto mode in this game. If you just let them like do whatever they want, they will blow up barrels that they are standing next to. They will put themselves next to a ledge so they could be kicked off. They will walk through traps. I mean, the AI in this game is really focused on like trying to just achieve the goal of like kill all the enemies. But if, man, I'm telling you, if there's an enemy in your way and there's a trap in the middle, your unit will barrel through that trap. So watch out with the autoplay feature, especially on some of the stages where you're going to be like farming character progression materials in this game. A lot of those stages have traps or barrels, and your characters can end up just getting themselves killed. So auto fight does exist in this game. Just be aware that it's not perfect. Okay, the next thing I want to share, in fact, I'm gonna go ahead and take my face off the screen again. Over here on the left are two very important buttons. This button right here is the threat button. So if you click this exclamation mark, you take off the normal like blue is where you can move and red is where you can hit guide, and you add this purple layer to it. The purple layer is a threat range. So you can see right now my Mathia is within threat, right? And you can see these red lines. She's within threat of the boss, and she's within threat of this warrior over here. I can move her to this blue square and she's no longer in threat, so nobody can hit her. So turning this on is very helpful in this game for the lines, for those purple tiles, and if you have that clicked off, you don't see the lines or the purple. So super useful feature there. Another feature, this is kind of like a 2-for-1, is this 1-2 button on the left. This will do two things. One is it puts the elemental weakness chart up in the top left, so you can see that like blue beats red, red beats green, green beats blue, and then dark and light are like counter to each other. Also, notice these numbers on the units. So it is currently Mathia's turn, but see this 1 next to this warrior? That means he's going to go next. The 2 means his friend down here in the bottom right or bottom left is going to go next. Then the 3, here it's another enemy. And then finally at turn 4, my spearman gets to go. Then my assassin gets to go at turn 5, and the boss will go turn 6. So I highly recommend clicking on both of these things, especially the game doesn't do a very good job about telling you about the turn order button. So I think those are both very useful tips and something that'll help you like enjoy the strategy of the game a little bit more. Okay, now for my fourth tip, I want to tell you about account level in this game. So if you click on your guy, you can see I'm currently account level 6. Now this is like the Steam version. This is the demo. It's really hard to like push much further than that in this. But in like pre-release builds I've played of the game, I've gotten my account to a much higher level than 6. And let me just tell you that everything in this game revolves around the level of your account. So you want to do everything you can every day to push that as far as you can. The main ways that you actually push your account level are progressing through the Fool's Journey, which is like the gacha version of this game, you want to push this as hard and fast as you can. Now, like I said, in this like Steam trial version, you literally can't even push to 0.8, but in the other versions of the game, you can push all the way. In fact, push as far as you can every day. This is the mode that uses up your energy, and in fact, it's much like other gacha games, where spending your energy is a direct correlation to leveling up your account. So spend all of your energy every day. If you don't want to push in Fool's Journey, because it'll even tell you that like, hey, if you're at a certain point in Spiral of Destinies, the story or backstory over in Fool's Journey or make more sense, you can pivot over instead to this other room and farm for character ascension materials and EXP, and there's all kinds of stuff to farm over here. This is a great place to also spend your energy every day if you don't want to progress the Fool's Journey. Another really important part of progressing your account level, and excuse me again, I'm still sick, so I'm struggling with my voice, is make sure every day you are doing your daily quests. And so here's a screenshot of what your daily quests are going to kind of look like. I will just say, pick and choose whichever one of these you want to do to complete them all. It does take a little bit of time. An improvement I think Sword of Convallaria could make moving forward is shorten the amount of time it takes to do your dailies, but they are very, very worth doing. You even get some energy bonuses for logging in at certain times of the day, so log in a couple times throughout the day. If you were a War of the Visions player a long time ago, we used to get energy bonuses in this game in War of the Visions for logging in at different times of the day. They have that same system here. You're going to want to complete those because your character level, your equipment level, like everything is tied to your account level. I can't level up my Mathia anymore right here because my account level is only 6. Like I could take my Crimson Falcon a little bit higher, but watch this, it's going to be like, oh, go to level 6. Okay, take him to level 6. That's as high as I could go because my account is only as far as it is. So push your account. If you care about keeping pace with anybody else, push Fool's Journey, spend your energy every day and do your dailies. That'll help you push your account further. Okay. And that's really it. So I hope my voice didn't do too much weird cracking during this one. I really need to be over this sickness by tomorrow for launch, but I mean, one way or the other, I'm making launch content for this game. I hope those tips are helpful for you. If you have any other questions, please drop those in the comment section. And if you want to buy, the controller I was using was the 8-bit dough. I will leave a link for that controller in like the pinned comment section if you want to pick one up off of Amazon. Love it. Had a ton of good experiences with that controller. Highly recommend. I hope y'all have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Peace.